What is going on, my friends? Crypto Jim here, back with another edition of your Sunday night charts. What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Sunday night charts. Hope you guys are well. We're doing all right tonight. Had kind of a lazy day today, man. The weather's kind of turning cold, but yet it's warm outside. But the wind is blowing, kind of makes you a little tired. Had a good lazy day today, so hope you guys are well. Let me see if I can get my video activated. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, activate. Boom, there I am in all of my glory. Let's see if I can, there we go. How's that? That looking okay? All right, let's jump into the analysis, guys. See what the market's doing. Yeah, let me make sure. I gotta move this guy a little bit. There we go, so I can see that. Perfect. Boom. Yeah, that looks good. That looks all right. Excellent. All right, what's up, Daniel? Good to see you. Hey, Keith, first one in as always. Good to see you. Delta Pope, thanks for the compliment. Appreciate it. Let's see. Jen, what's up, Jen from Philippines? Good to see you, buddy. Monsieur Farahil, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, dude. Hey, Jay Fernandez, how are you, buddy? Good to see you as always. As a faithful viewer for many years. And Kimosabi, well. Good to see you as well. Thanks, buddy, for always being here. Appreciate you, man. All right, let's look at the market, guys. We're going to look at the market from an Elliott Wave perspective. We're going to see where it's going, what it might be doing. Is there a dump coming? Is there a top? Is Bitcoin forming a topping formation? I'll show you at least the plausible count that it could be, and I'll show you the invalidation of it, guys. It might be invalid. It might not play, but it's a potential count. We want to consider it. We want to keep it real with you and look at it and see if we got a potential topping formation happening. If we do, we got a dump coming soon to a chart near you guys. So we'll talk about the different bear counts. We'll also look at the bullish perspective, and we'll show you the wave structure. Guys, I'm here to be as neutral as possible. The titles of my videos are just designed to get you interested. As always, it's not clickbait because we're going to talk about those things. I'm not going to leave you hanging. But it's a possibility. But I'm not here to tell you, guys, where the market's going or what it's definitely going to do. I'm a day trader. I'm as neutral as possible. Right now, I'm long in a position, but looking to go short if I see a setup developing that I like. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, this in fact, I'm thinking about taking profit here. It just depends on what this wave does right here, what kind of formation it creates. So we'll look at that, guys. We will look at the entire market. We'll look heavily at Bitcoin, macro, micro. We'll look at all the different things that we can look at there. I'll look at Ethereum. We'll do some analysis there. XRP as well. ADA, Link. We'll look at XLM. I'll look at the DXY, guys. We'll look at the DXY chart, see where the dollar index is taking us. S&P and the NASDAQ, we need to do some analysis there just to get a full-bodied view of where the entire market is as this week begins to progress. And then we'll look and see where it might be heading. But guys, here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to give you any kind of financial advice, okay? I'm just here to show you my perspective and how I look at the market and things I look for, and from an Elliott Wave perspective. That's not the only perspective we bring to the table, but it's one of the things that I focus in on my YouTube channel, because I think a lot of people have a hard time with the Elliott Wave perspective. We're going to spend the next hour and a half or something looking at the chart. So, guys, get your coffee. If you guys want a cool mug, go to my merch store in the bonfire in the link, and follow the link there, and you can get a Chill the Market Always Comes Back mug. Don't go there looking for good prices. They ship them individually. I didn't do like a campaign or anything, so you buy it, it ships to you, and you kind of pay top dollar. But you're supporting a good guy if you like my channel. So thanks again, and cheers if you don't go, cheers if you do. No big deal. It's just something I did for fun. There's some T-shirts in there too, so that'd be a lot of fun to see if you guys participate there. with that said, let's jump into the market. Let me make sure I said hi to all my friends. I said hi to everybody but Hasta La Vista Barbie. Good to see you. All right, 28 of you here. Let's see 29. Let's see 28 likes, guys, and let's jump into the analysis. All right. So where's it going? What's it doing? First off, let's just start with the fractal from 2020. Okay, let's just kind of start there, and then we'll move on from there. So we got a fractal here from 2020. Let's kind of review it just a little bit. Let's zoom out just a little bit, just kind of see what we were seeing from 2020. So from the bottom to the top here, we had this up, sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways. All right, now let me get on the 8-hour there. There we go. What you'll notice here, we had a very similar move to the upside from the bottom. Okay, we had a very similar move there. Okay, now you'll notice that this little triangle, this kind of pattern right here, kind of correlates with this kind of pattern right here. Then we kind of made this little boom, boom, like that. Now where we are is we're looking at a potential, move up here. Everybody's kind of looking at this and saying, hey, we're going to go to the moon just like we did in 2020. Guys, we may be going to the moon just like we did in 2020. I doubt it, but we may. Okay. So as we zoom in just a little bit, looking at the 1 hour chart here of the fractal, I think we have basically where did it break? Right here is where it broke out. It broke out right here, and then it started doing the sideways and up pattern. Okay, same thing on this other chart here. On the we broke out right here, and once subsequently we're doing this sideways and up pattern. So there's your bullish, there's your bull count, there's your bull boy count, guys, that we're doing the same thing here, that right after the breakout we sideways and boom, up we went, sideways and we're looking to go boom, up we go. Okay, so that's a potential count that we need to pay attention to, and a potential, there's your bull boy count. Now what we notice here, however, excuse me, are some things that there's some bearishness potentially in this chart that we need to pay attention to. All right, so let's go now to the larger time frame on the BTC chart and talk about the potential ending diag that we're looking at right here. Potentially, I'm not a big giant fan of this count, but I want to at least consider it, because it could make sense of what's been happening right in here, because what I'm seeing here is 3 waves right here. Then we got this 3 waves here, and now we're kind of in, like, what's going on here? Are we going up? Are we going down? Are we coming up here, or are we going to roll over and come down? Well, that remains to be seen. We'll have to watch and see how this ends. But this is kind of an interesting little pattern in here. We've broken structure on price. We kind of got this trend line running, and we broke down, but then we're kind of moving back to the upside, almost ready to make a higher high, but we haven't done it yet. But I think the market might be doing it, and because of that, that's a way to kind of look at this as potentially a topping formation. So this is potentially an ending diag, and it makes sense of all the 3-wave moves that we see. Okay, so we got a 3-wave move right there. Okay, got one there, and we got another 3-wave move right here. Okay, and now what's happening is that we've got another potential 3-wave move happening there, and so ending diags are going to be counted as 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so we're going to look at this as 3. We're going to look at this move as 3, and then and so that would be 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. Oh, I didn't do that very well. 3 and 3. So that's a potential count. What that does to us is it puts us up. It brings us up bullishly, taking out this high, getting everybody real excited for the next move. But it should find some rejection once it comes up here. It should, if it's an ending diag, it's going to find rejection back into this zone here. Price is going to come back into here and more than likely down is going to be the direction afterwards. Okay, so this is the title of my video. This is the pump and the dump that potentially on the table if this plays out. Now, if we go down from where we are, okay, it's definitely less likely to be an ending diag in my book. Okay, so if we go down, it can't go down much before it goes back up. So that could be 3 waves, 3, and then 3, and then 5, and that could be the final wave. So that's fine if it does that, but if it goes down, I would say it's probably less likely. But looking at the current wave structure that we're seeing, it's potential that it could indeed go back down. This little engulfing, it's not quite engulfed yet on the 90-minute, but this wick on the 1 hour. Just have to see what this next 1 hour candle does here, but there's a couple of shapes that could be made here. We got 3 there. This could be 3 there, and now we go down and then go, okay? Or this 3 was all you get. You got 3 up. This is 3 down, and now let's go 3 up again, and we're just starting to rock to the upside now, going up for that last leg, some leg like this, okay? So that's a possibility. If that's an ending diag, you say, okay, Jim, if that's an ending diag, fine and dandy, but what's it ending? Okay, let's look at it. Let's do some analysis and ask and answer that question. Again, not certain it's an ending diag. I don't know that I love the count, but I don't hate it either. So I'm kind of neutral about it, but it's an interesting count nonetheless. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get a 5 now. That doesn't look too bad, really, to be honest with you. We had a nice ABC right here. Boom, boom, boom. A nice running correct. That's a running correction. It's gorgeous. It looks great. So that's a nice running 4th wave. And then a nice 3-wave-ish corrective looking, taking the high, taking the high, taking the high. Distribution, an upward sloping, as the what do you call it? The Wyckoff people say, upward sloping distribution, where they're selling into it, pumping it, selling it again, pumping it, selling it again, until finally the selling just takes off. Okay, so that's a potential way of looking at the chart right there. Let me keep an eye on what's happening here, because I don't want to be in a long if it's going to come on down. I'm kind of looking at this as a possibility of going up, but I also see the possibility of this thing rocking down first and then to the upside. So I trade small time frames, guys. I trade small waves. So I'll be watching that carefully tonight as this develops. Right now, I don't want to see this low taken out. If I see that low taken out, that'll kind of be, don't like my up from here. Looks more downish with that other wave before up, if that's a potential count. All right, so anyway, with that said, we'll keep an eye on the small time frame. So there's kind of an immediate, just something for you guys to think about tonight, potential trade idea for you. If this develops, you might have a decent short on your hands. So let's keep an eye on that over the next week or so and see if this develops. It might take the next 3 days for this thing to pump. I'm not calling, guys, for a pump that's going to take us straight up here in one candle. Okay. Now, could it go up in one candle and dump? Absolutely, it could. But generally, the market takes a little longer, a lot longer than it takes me to draw it on the screen, guys. So I am drawing squiggles, and people accuse me of just drawing lines on the chart, but these lines have meaning if you understand Elliott wave theory. Okay, and those of you that scoff at what I do don't understand Elliott wave theory and have no concept of how we apply it. But you Elliotticians out there, those of you who are learning Elliott wave, and those of you that like applying Elliott waves and come to my channel for ideas, you know exactly what I'm talking about here, and you see that as a plausible option, which may or may not play out. Hey, let me know in the comments right now. Let me know in the chat how many of you guys, and especially those of you watching the recording as well, how many of you guys are come here because you love Elliott Wave and you like my ideas, or how many of you come because you're learning Elliott Wave and you find that you gain a lot of value in learning Elliott here? And then how many of you just come for the analysis and you have no concept for what Elliott is? Let me know where you are on the Elliott spectrum. Are you a contrarian just looking at an Elliott Wave count looking to keep you honest? I know we have got a couple of guys in my group that come to me just because I'm not a bull boy. They want me to keep them in check so that they don't get too bullish. Because I tend to stay even keel during pumps and can prepare people for the dumps that might be coming. At least what to look for in those dumps. And so I stay pretty even keel, pretty neutral. I'm not a bull boy. I'm not a bear boy. I like to be bullish when it's time to be bullish, and I like to be bearish when it's time to be bearish. And I can see the signs approaching when it's time to be bearish. And guys, I'm not certain I see great signs yet of imminent topping formation, but unless this diag formation plays. So here's a potential count here that says, hey guys, this is a topping formation. If this plays, what you're going to be looking for is one more hit to the high and then a dump from there. This price action that I've drawn here, this takes us into the 21st of November. So don't think that this is going to happen all this week. We may still be pumping here at the end of the week. This might go up nice and slow and methodically, or it could go up fast and furious and then dump immediately. I don't know which way it's going to play. So, time will tell. So I'm not here to tell you what and when and how and what, but I'm here to analyze wave structure and show you what wave structure might ensue from what we see on the chart. From what I see on the chart, there's a good chance this comes up here and then comes down. Okay? Now, again, that's a potential ending diag, though I'm not married to the count, but it's at least a count that I like and have considered. Okay? All right. So that's one count. Another count, let's look at it. Let's look at a couple more counts here. Another count is very similar but a little different, where this is 3 waves, this is 3 waves, that's 5 waves, and that is a fourth wave. And now we're simply in the middle of a 5-wave move to the upside, where we might have 1, 2, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, maybe that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. 3, maybe that's 4, and then we're getting the 5th wave. One thing that this count doesn't do, it doesn't account for the 3-wave formations that we see, unless this is some kind of diag in and of itself as an ending diag. So this is a similar count and a similar way to interpret the wave structure, but I don't like it as much as starting from back here. I get a little bit more proportionality, and I get more overlap between the proposed wave 1 and the proposed wave 4 in that count. Okay? All right, so there's a couple of counts that say, hey, maybe we're finishing up here. We need to go up and finish and find rejection. So that's something you need to be watching for over the next couple of weeks, that we come up, tag target somewhere around 39 or 40K, and then we find some dumpage. Now, everybody's looking for 40. So, we could either wick to it and reject, or we could the market could front run the target and we just come just shy of it and reject before. So watch out for both potentials, okay? So what we're going to do after I present a couple of other ideas that are bullish and bearish, I'm going to try to stay as neutral and as balanced as I can in what I present to you guys. But after I present those, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the correlation of the rest of the market. We're going to say, okay, if these are the ideas we have with Bitcoin, what is the rest of the market saying about which of those counts might be the most plausible? In other words, is the rest of the market pointing one way or the other with its wave structure? Does it look like the market's going to take us up or take us down when I look at other charts? So what we're going to do is take some time and look at the other charts. We'll look at Ethereum and Link and ADA and XRP and ask the question, is there wave structure on those charts that seem to jive and rhyme with what we're seeing, something that we're seeing on the Bitcoin chart? And say, if there's counts that begin rhyming, we can maybe say, hey, there's a potential look on the chart that everything is lining up for. Let's see if that plays or not. Okay, and then we'll correlate all the crypto charts and the crypto analysis that we come with. We'll finalize our night tonight by looking at the DXY and traditional markets, because the S&P and the NASDAQ should be correlating with the Bitcoin and crypto market, and conversely or inversely correlated with the DXY chart, the dollar index chart. So we'll look at those as well and just get a broad-based analysis of the entire market and see if we can come up with some kind of bias for where the market might be going. All right, is that a good plan for the night, guys? I've given you some ideas, but we got some more ideas to present for Bitcoin, so let's look at them. Stay around, guys, because I'm not done the analysis. I've just gotten started, but I did give you the title track. My title of the video right on the front end, so that you guys can kind of know what the title was pointing to. Okay. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Let's see. Audio video is good. Thank you there, Chemo. Hasta la viva. Hello to you. S. Joe Coco. Good morning. Already hit the like button. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. James Bond. What's up? All right. Well, nobody's responded to my. Let's see. Don't trade. Let's see. Gain understanding. Oh, okay. One person. Now, Seth, you responded too, but I really don't know what option 3 was, man. So what was option 3, Seth? But yeah, don't trade while golfing. I love your name, man. You have reached. Don't trade while golfing. You have made it into the top. Could I say the top 5 of YouTube names, YouTube account names? Hasta la vista, Barbie is up there in that ranking. But don't ever forget. I can't say it. I can't say it. Oh, man. Well, don't trade while golfing. I love your name, and I'm glad you're here to understand Elliot. This is what I'm all about, and hopefully that helps you. I hope to help you there. Chemo Sabi, do you know the name I'm laughing at, bro? Yeah, Faux Shizzle is right. He's top dog, man. He is the top dog. Kimosabi just said it. Hasta la vista, Barbie. Yeah. Hugo, you got it. That's another one. Angry Sack Magic. He's in the top 5. Angry, and he's still around. He'll probably watch the recording. He commented a while back on the video. So, Angry Sack Magic. Oh man, that's a good name. All right. Let's take a look at the small time frame. We're getting a little bit of a pumpy pump here. So what does this structure look like? A couple things I can see. It looks bullish to me. First off, it looks like we got a W, X, and a Y. So that's one option there. So if this is a 1 minute chart. So if that's a W, X, and a Y, there's a 3-way pullback, and now we go up for the next wave. Okay, that's one way to interpret that. Another interpretation is that we could have an A, B, and working on a C wave, okay, which is part of a larger three-wave correction here. Boom, boom, and then boom, like that. Okay, and that would be part of maybe a larger correction or a larger move to the downside. So, anyway, gonna keep looking at this guy. I'm still well in profit here in my long. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that guy. Okay. Yeah, Angry Sack Magic is one of the best there. But the fashizzle, my nizzle, I don't know if that's offensive to anybody, but it is funny. I love the Snoop Dogg. I guess it took me a while to understand what nizzle meant, I suppose, and or the fact that I didn't know what it meant was kind of funny. So anyway, it will forever be one of the live stream moments. Where is everybody tonight? Man, I'm doing this awesome analysis and I got 29 people here. Either people are just getting worn out here, or YouTube is shadow banning my channel. I'll tell you what, I kind of feel that, because I'm one of the only guys that talk about the theys that control the world and control the market. So I might be considered a conspiracy theorist, and they've privately flagged my channel. I don't know, because I steady my subscribership kind of just is trickling. It's kind of like staying the same, but like trickling down rather than up. So that MA is the 200. I keep the 200 on all time frames there. Hasta la vista, it's the 200 moving average. So yeah. Okay, all right, let's keep rocking here with the analysis. I've got some more ideas to offer, so let me offer them, and then once we do Bitcoin, we'll look at the rest of the market. Okay, so large time frame ideas. How do we interpret this current wave? Okay, what do we see on the daily chart that says, hey, could be in a topping formation? Okay, what do we see? Couple of things. Number one, I'm seeing this as a potential fifth wave of a five-wave move from the bottom. Okay, so we're going to say 1, 2. We're going to look at this as wave 3, or even here or here. We can call this a sideways wave 4, or this a wave 4, and this is 5 waves for wave 5, and it could be done, or it may, or we might be finishing wave 3. The diag that I've pointed out is wave 3. We get some kind of correction back to this range, and then we get a fifth wave to the upside. And what that does is that lets this thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. That gets us up to that 41, 42K range that I've been talking about forever. Okay? That 5 waves that I just counted could be the C wave of a flat, the flat that I've been talking about forever. Ever since back in November of last year, I've been talking about this flat right here. Now, I'll be honest and say that this wave right here messed me up quite a bit, in particular, as far as how low this, not that wave, which wave? Well, this wave messed me up for sure, but let me just say that this price action in here, I really didn't see that shape coming. I was looking for this price action to really be up here somewhere with a final top. So I was actually advocating for something where this continued straight up, and then we got some kind of formation like this before the last move up. I was looking for a wave like that, okay? So the fact that this is kind of truncated and smaller makes me think that my macro idea is very, very plausible here, okay? That this three-wave move is an ABC. This is the bullish count now. and it's a correction. We only need to really come up 50% back of the down move, and that gets us 42, 43K, gets us 50% back retrace, okay? And then we could be coming down for 3 more waves to $4,000. And that would be a B, C, or a WXY correction, which is part of the major cycle of Bitcoin, where we have 5 waves already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 waves, and now we're getting ready for this wave to the downside. Now, I don't know when this wave that we're currently in is going to be done. It may be weeks before it's finished. Okay? We'll talk about it. Okay? What the topping formation that I already showed you could take a couple of weeks to play out. And then the wave 1 and 2 will play around up at the top for a couple of more weeks. We may not see major dumpage in the market. Consistent dumpage in the market right away. It may be a little slow going at the beginning stages of it. We'll see. But that's my macro idea, that we're in a multi-year bear market, that this is an ABC. It's simply what Bitcoin always does. You get the impulse and then a 3-wave correction that comes all the way back down. Now we've got an impulse looking for a 3-wave correction that comes all the way back down before she's ready to start on the next journey to the moon. Okay, so that's really my take on the market. Now this current wave could be taking another shape. Let me show you another shape that really would take us down in a crashing formation. It would take us down fast and furious over the next 2 months. It would be a steady sell-off pretty quick if this formation that I'm about to show you plays out. This is the bearish formation here. Okay? It would be a steady movement down, and it should happen maybe after the next pump that we see particularly. All right, so this is what I call my market maker special count, where this is actually an A, B, and this is a C wave. And that ABC is actually the B wave of a larger expanded flat, where this is going to come down and revisit these lows here, okay? This is going to be 3 waves. What that count proposes is that this was an A, B, C to there, okay? So this was ABC, this was 5 waves here, and now this is a 3-wave correction that's designed to fake out because the B wave comes higher than the proposed origin of the A wave and makes an expanded B, okay? Now the proposed retrace of that B wave, you'll notice we're playing right above the 1618. Now, the thing about it is that the 1618 generally is the cutoff for where we say, hey, that's what an expanded wave, that's where an expanded wave really stops. So I guess what I'm saying to you that if we don't reject soon, I'm going to let this count go. That count's going to go away. In fact, if we don't reject on the next top, for me, that count becomes almost very, very unlikely. It seems, the count right now seems unlikely. But sometimes the more unlikely a count, maybe the more likely it is. Because, again, the market makers like to keep us guessing. They present one thing to us and then do another thing. Right now, the market is bullish. Pump, 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 pump. Let's keep pumping. And I have a feeling they're going to keep pumping tonight. Maybe. We'll see if they pump up the jams tonight. If they do pump up the jams tonight or tomorrow or sometime in this week, and take another high out, they may give us a rejection right before Thanksgiving. Okay, and that may begin a longer move that will take the next 6 months or so to get down here. But by the time we get to March or April of an election year, we're going to start reversing, and the buyers will come back in. And that's when, guys, that's when we come up, and that's when we moon and we get up to 50 and 60K again. In other words, I'm looking for a strong possibility here, guys, that we finish very soon and reject here. Okay? We reject, come down and retest these lows. We could even take these lows out. We don't have to, but we could take these lows out, get everybody really bearish, and then pump them to the moon like crazy. Okay? Pump it to the moon like crazy, going back to 50 to 60. And this proposed wave is going to be fast and furious to the upside. It'll probably happen within a year or less. Okay? So that's another way to look at the market. It's another plausible count of the market. Okay? So what would that be in the grand scheme of things? Well, it would be basically an A, B, and a C. Coming back, retesting this whole move to the downside. What would that be after that? Well, that would be the B wave of a multi-year WXY. WX. Give me a Y now. And that's when we get down to $4,000 range. That becomes the wave 2. Okay? That becomes the wave 2. Boom, boom, boom. And then we start working our way up. They're going to pump crypto, guys. They're going to pump it. We're going to the moon. But it's not until the dollar is ready to die. And we're not in the death throes of the dollar yet. We know it, the dollar is coming. We know the death of the dollar is coming. But there's still a lot macroeconomically that needs to happen, geopolitically that needs to happen. And so the big boys need to position themselves a little bit better in order to to make all their plans come to fruition. But trust me, guys, they're performing their plan. All right, let's see what you guys are saying here. Nothing, option 3. That's hilarious, Seth. All right. All right, so anyway, those are some major ideas, macro, bullish ideas, bearish ideas. I've offered several ideas, up or down. Take what you like, grab a hold of it, and see where the market goes. Now, with that said, let's look at correlation now. Let's look at the rest of the market and say, okay, what does the rest of the market look like? Well, Ethereum to me looks like the potential of an ABC B wave. A, B, C. That's the B wave of a larger flat. A, B. It may have more to go here. C. But you can see how this count correlates with what we're looking for potentially in Bitcoin. This move right here would be followed by a major pump to the upside. I would expect a 5-wave move to the upside. So when we get this wave here, we'd be looking for this wave here. And that's the one, that's the long we'd want to be taking once that plays out. Okay? I like that. Here's the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? That's one way to look at what we're seeing. It's one way. If that's the case, then we're going to get W. This is X. Looking for Y. Multi-year bear market. But there's some bullishness in here in the intermediate term during the election time and just after the election for a year or so. And then, boom, we're going down again. Okay? So that's an idea that correlates with what we're seeing. Okay? Another count that also correlates with ETH, with Bitcoin, is, let's get to the daily here, that we have some kind of leading diag where we got 1, 2, 3. This is 4, looking for the fifth wave to finish. Okay, looking for this to finish, and this is some kind of a leading diag. Now, if that's the case, and it's a leading diag of some kind, then we would look for this to go up, break this top, and then reject in 3 waves back down before we go up again. So both counts are plausible. The one count comes down fast and furious in 5 waves. The other count, we flag out a little bit, continue on, and then we come down in 3 waves. Okay, let me just take a peek at small time frame here. Oh, this is playing around in here. I can't tell if it's going down or going up. One, two, three, four, 5, maybe. Wave structure is not clear, guys. So yeah, we could be going up a little higher. And then coming down for 3 waves as a diag. And then go up. Or we could make a flat here. Where this is boom. Oh, let's try that again. Boom, boom, boom. And then up. So ABC. ABC, 5 waves. A, B, C. Nathan, I don't think so, because you've got basically, if 69 was the 3rd wave, then you'd have to basically, the only way you can support it is you'd have to come up with some kind of diagonal count. I don't think so. I think the simple count is you'd have to call this 3 waves right here, and because the wave 1, the proposed wave 1, Elliott wave 1 and wave 4 cannot overlap each other. Okay, they can't overlap. Historically speaking, guys, what happens is we get pumps and then we get 3 waves. We get a big move down, but then we get a flat in the middle, and then we get another move down. So we're getting the flat in the middle, I think. And then we're going to get another move down. And historically, we come all the way back down to the area of consolidation. So we were right down here. We came all the way back down to it, pumped, came all the way back down to it. We're pumped. We have not made it all the way back down here. I am looking for at least $8,000, guys. I am looking for Bitcoin to come down and hit 8,000 with a lot of plausibility. Now, whether that actually happens or, definitely happens, I don't know, but that's a real idea. Okay, so yeah, I don't. Nathan, I appreciate that. Good question, but that's the reason. Wave 4 and wave 1 can't overlap each other. So my take is that this was the top of wave 3. This was wave 4. We got a wave 5. I think we're done. I think it's finished. And I think we're in a multi-year bear market here. And we're just in the bullish phase of the B wave. This is all very corrective looking. It's all very corrective. Now we're going to keep watching this and tracking this wave structure day by day in the Discord. We do 2 live streams a day, and we track and we keep up with the wave structure. If you want some help and live trading within the environment, we trade it up and down, guys. We don't care. We really don't care which direction the market's going in the Discord. We just look for trades and setups that we like to make money out of this market. I've got a really good strategy that can make a lot of money if you have good psychology. I teach that good psychology as well as that strategy in the Discord. If you want to learn that, learn to trade in this environment and get away from the bull boy mentality or the bear boy mentality and learn how to trade both sides of the market so that you don't care either which way it goes, I'd love to have you in the Discord. Stop losing money, stop losing your shirt in the market, and come learn how to trade in this environment, guys. If you want to be part of that, I'd love to have you. Okay. It's an awesome place to be, for sure. Yeah, I mean, ETH in the higher time frame could be in a wave. Wave 4 higher. No, not me. I don't think it's a wave 4 personally. I think, I mean, again, this is my belief system. Could be wrong, but you got wave 4. Intersecting with wave 1 here, the proposed wave 1, and they can't do that. So my take is that this was wave 1, there's wave 2, this is wave 3, that's wave 4, that's wave 5. We got a 5-wave move. There's Elliott. We got a 3-wave pullback, but this is looking this is looking kind of corrective. So I kind of think, hey, we probably have a multi-year. We got a WXY in the formation. It's going to be a while yet. We're going to come back down to these levels before we go up, and it's going to take quite a while to play out. Yeah, now Kemosabe, I do believe that we the other markets, we're going to look at those shortly. I do believe that we're going to be going up, but I see a false dump first, a potential 10 to 20% correction in price in the S&P and NASDAQ. We'll look at that in just a minute, but I see that happening first before a pump to all-time highs. So I'm kind of seeing this move and then that move in crypto, and I want to see that move. I want to see basically that check mark. Okay, boom and boom over the macro chart. On all the charts, that's what I want to see, but they all take different shapes. But I'm looking for the down and then the up, baby. Down and then the up. Okay. So let's look at XRP. Let me show you what I'm seeing. Guys, remember how I said I was kind of looking for one more hit to the high with Bitcoin? Well, that's exactly what I'm looking for with XRP. You'll notice here we've got a nice 3-wave sideways correction here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to get us up to the golden zone retrace of this 3-wave move here. So that'll be boom, boom, boom. Let's get one more hit to the high. This pumpy pump, and then let's get a dumpy dump. Okay, so again, that's kind of what I'm looking for here. Pump and then a dump. Okay, go back to Bitcoin a little bit. Higher time frame here. I want to see this ending diag finish, pump, and then a dump. Okay, Ethereum, kind of same idea. Let me get the smaller time frame here so you can see it. So looks like a 3-wave pullback here potentially. Let's pump it, hit the high, and dump it. That's kind of what I see. And this would be A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be an extended fifth wave in Ethereum for a C wave. Boom, done. I got divergence between the proposed top of wave 3. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to have divergence here on the 4-hour between the top of the proposed wave 3, 4, 5. Divergence created here. Then a dump. What'll happen is it'll come down, create some hidden bull, which is going to be a 3-wave pullback, and then down some more. That's kind of what I'm expecting in price, and it's going to go down fast once that pullback is finished. That'll take some time out of the market for sure. All right, let's see here. Keep an eye on the small time frame here. They're going to keep playing around in here for a while for sure. Nobody knows. Is that a leading diag? Here's a potential count here, guys. This is a bearish count. Leading diag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be a potential A, B, C here. We come retest this high in 3 waves. We'd be looking for a dump here. We'd be looking for a short. And my diag count would be wrong. Well, it could still go up as a diag. It just going up from here, it would need to come down here first. So this could be coming down here first. For the final wave. Basically you got 3, 3, 5, and then up. So we dump tonight and then pump, take out the high. That's a real possibility too. So if that's a leading diag, then this is bearish. How far did that come up? Did that come to the 618 retrace or the 50? Came to the 50. Maybe all you get, or it comes up one more wave. Gets to the 618 or the 786 retrace. And then down. So watch for that, or watch for a continuation straight down. Those are my 2 ideas I have right now. And that would be a leading diag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got a 3-way pullback to the 50. That could be all you get. And now we go down. Or they come up and then reject. Or they come up and keep rocking. And then we got a 1, 2 to the upside. And this is bullish. So those are the 2 different ways, the bullish and the bearish way to interpret that wave. Right now, with as fast as it's coming down, you're kind of looking at it kind of bearishly. You say, hey, that looks pretty bearish, right? That looks pretty bearish. But that's just 3 waves right now. Small time frame. You got an A, B, and a C. Kind of resembles an ABC there. Get an ABC here. Could come all the way down. Come up, give us a flat. Could come up really fast. Give us a flat. And that would be prepping us for a short. If we get such a thing. That's a maybe. That's a decent way to interpret those very, very small waves. We'll see. Because this could just keep rocking to the downside. The 50 retrace is all you get. Maybe that's the case. And then boom, here we go. Or they could double it up here. Just depends on what their plans are with price, guys. What are their plans with price? But I do like XRP. I like a pump here. I do. I like this. This looks like 3 waves. Let's come up and pump and and hit the 618, because we're right here, guys. We're right here at it. You'd think they're going to come up and take it out. Let's watch this for a moment, guys. Let's watch this price action here and see what's happening here. They're going to take this low out right here. They could. Now, if they take the low out, that's gonna clear the chart up a little bit. It's gonna be, the chart's gonna become a lot more bearish, even if it pumps up. The chart's gonna look a lot more bearish if they take this low and then come up. If they come up here, it still remains pretty neutral. Could be bullish, could be bearish. Because you can interpret this wave as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a three-way pullback. Boom, boom, boom. As long as it doesn't take that low, that's a 1, 2. And this could be a wave 3. But you could also interpret that wave as A, B, C, A, B, C. And now if it comes up in 5 fast waves, that whole thing could be an ABC flat, which takes us down after that. So if we come up here, like I'm thinking we might, this is either a 1, 2, and those 3, 4, 5, we're going to keep rocking, right? Or this is A, and this is B, this is going to be a C, and then we're going to come down first. So that's small. That's very, very small time frame trading, guys, and different ideas for where price could go. But what it does, it prepares me, because I'm currently in a long, that I want to make sure that if it comes up here and I see signs of reversal, I want to make sure I take my profit up here somewhere in my long, so that I don't get stuck if it comes down here, and lose all my profit in the trade that I'm in. So that's using wave structure to kind of support how I might continue in this trade or let it go. 24 people, guys. I tell you what, there's not many people watching tonight, so. But thank you for those of you who are watching and with me. Appreciate you. All right, let's keep rocking. We're going to keep an eye on the small time frame here. I'll keep an eye with you. We'll just kind of see. Those are some ideas for now. And I guess the other chance here is that if this just rolls over and comes on down, well this three-wave move is all we got. So again, this turns much more bearish the moment this low gets taken out. They can still take this low out right here and still bring it up here. And I'm still looking for a short on that move. Potentially. I guess the other option here is that they double up the correction, where this becomes boom, 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 and then we go up. So I guess that's another idea that could play as well. So they can do a lot of things here, guys. We're just going to have to be nimble and quick. Knowing the possibilities is what helps you to kind of get in and out of trades at the right location. Five minute is, we're kind of in no man's land, and the trend is kind of down here. So the 5 minutes kind of pointing to the downside. So one might argue down is the direction, at least for this wave. The 15 minute has broken, and I don't like that wave structure a whole lot, but the 15 minute has broken. Let's see if it breaks back to the upside or not. Just watching this here, guys, so give me a moment. This low, we'll see if it breaks this low. That's going to determine what kind of count we can have on this small time frame. Thank you, Camel Teabag. I'm glad you're here watching. So glad you're here. All right. So XRP, I'd like to see a pump here. That would make a lot of sense to me. XLM, same thing. I would love to see this pump up and out of here. Take this high. That might be a nice three-wave move, and then boom. So I'd like to see some pumpalicious action coming to the market tonight, tomorrow. That would be nice. That would be my preference, because then the charts kind of look clear if that happens. ADA, yeah, ADA, yeah. I mean, what do you say about that wave structure? It's just trash. Choppy trash. Hard to read it. So yeah, it doesn't look toppy. It doesn't look like it's finished anything. So I would expect more upside. So I would look for more upside. That doesn't mean we can't come down first and then go up. It just means that I think upside is plausible coming here. Now whether it happens here or it comes down first and then up, that's a question. I don't know. But this chart looks like there's more up to come. Okay. This is an interesting formation that could go either way. Depends on how you look at it. If you look at this as an ABC, this could go up from here, right? We have an ABC. I think most people are looking at this as ABC right there, and now we go down. That's totally possible as well. But that's the interesting thing about zigzags like this. They can bring them back. They can make them look very one way and then take them the other way. Okay, did they just break that low or not? They just haven't taken it yet. Getting ready to take that. There it is. They just took it. So they just took that low. Oh, there it goes. And they took this low. Okay, so that makes it clearer what it could be, because this low got taken. Okay, so let's look at that. Yeah, that low got taken on Coinbase there. So, has it taken it out on other exchanges? This could still be a wave 4, and that's a wave 5, so they can still take it up bullishly if they wanted to with A, B, and C. They could still do that. But that to me becomes, if they go up from here, then that becomes much more of a flat. This looks like a flat, in which case we'd then come down. But if it just rolls over and keeps rocking to the downside, then that flat is obviously not in play, and that little 3 wave is all you got. It was a 50% retrace of the wave to the downside, and that becomes a 1-2 or an AB. This becomes a 1-2 or an AB, and now we're in the process of making C. And I suppose that other count that I talked about is also in play, where we have a double zigzag. Where this becomes ABC. And it could come down, deeper, right? Followed by more upside. So that's a possible count as well. So let's see here. So let's see what we get right here. We'll look at the NASDAQ here in just a moment, guys. I just want to, again, look at the small time frame just for a minute. The 5-minute time frame was pointing down, like I said. Now it's getting a little oversold. Not quite there yet, but it's on its way. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see what it does here. This has a 3-wave-ish look to it. Right now, this has a 3-wave-ish look to it. Could be followed by another move to the upside. Or it could roll over and continue down. The down count which is possible here. The downward count, this is just small time frame trading, guys, where you got 3 down here. This could, see, I don't like the shape of this 3, but that could be 3 up. But man, the shape of that looks weird and incomplete, but could be done. And then followed by another wave down like that. I suppose the diag count is still in play if that happens, but I'm not going to like it as much. I much prefer that to be the pullback, and now let's go. Let's get going. Let's move up a little quicker, a little faster. That's always fun. So here we got 1 count here. That's a diag that could still play. But we dump first, take out this area, maybe a 618 retrace of this move right there, and then we find our way to the upside. Or we could let's see, we got This could be some kind of diag, leading diag here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a fan of that count. This wave structure is just, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Trying to understand it. That looks like 3. This is obviously 3. Even though it looks like 5, it's acting like 3. And what's happening here? That looks like 3. That looks like... See, this is where it gets weird. The fact that these all look like 3s, you know, that's why I like the diag count, because it's corrective looking, and yet it moves to the upside. It melts up, but in kind of this ugly 3-wave fashion. So this could start working its way on up from here. This could come down and finish this as a W, X. Maybe we get a Y wave. Maybe it's bigger, you know, who knows. And then we get a move up. Yeah, small time frame ideas, guys. Okay, all done with that. Let's see here. I was watching it carefully because I'm in a long from down here, and I want to cut it if it's going to come all the way back. Looks like it is. Let's see. Got some hidden bull in the 1 minute. We'll see if that changes. Dumperoni and cheese. Okay, let's. Yeah, I think there's one more across the board. Hugo calories, for sure. Oh, I'm sorry, Keith. It seems that way, but you know, sometimes it'll seem that way and it doesn't play. So it's hard to tell right now. This is looking 3-wave-ish here. It could roll over and go down. So that, you know, XLM could be done, right? Kind of gives you 3 waves. You look like up, but this could roll over and make some kind of leading diag instead, where they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3-wave move back up and then come down. So they keep you guessing with the 3s for sure. Let's take a peek at the DXY. So here's what I'm seeing for the DXY. Looking on the higher time frame here. On the daily chart, I personally am looking at this as a flat, and this flat needs one more wave to the upside. This is a wave 4, and we're looking for a wave 5. That's personally the count that I'm watching. Okay, so that means in the DXY, I see another wave going up to about 110. That means the dollar index is going to be pumping. that generally means there's a lot of selling that needs to happen in the regular markets in order for the dollar index to pump. People need to be moving into the dollar and out of the markets for that to happen in general. So when I look at the S&P, okay, this is the S&P right now. This is the SPY, which is the S&P EFT Trust. Okay, it's not the SPX. It's the SPY. Let's go to the SPX for the S&P index on the daily chart. We've got an initial move down. I'm looking at that as B, and now I think we're in C. And I think we're prime for a move down. So if the dollar index starts pumping, then S&P is ready to start dumping. Okay, but once we get down here, looking for another all-time high. Okay, I don't know how low this is going to go. We could find support down here or here. We could just take this low out, wick it, and then return back to the upside. I don't know, but if I zoom out and show you what I'm seeing there on the S&P, I only see 4 waves. I don't see 5 waves. In other words, I got 1, 2, okay, 3. This is 4. I want to see 4 and then 5. So I think we're in a correction here. A, B, C. So that means DXY might be ready to pump. S&P may be ready to dump. That move right there from where we are in price to down here, that's 25%. That's a 25% sell-off. And then we pump again. Okay? Looking for a 25% sell-off and then a pump. So that dump that we see in the S&P might correlate with the larger time frame big move down that I've been talking about on Bitcoin. That bearish dump that I said, hey, we might see a sell-off here. We might, but it's going to be a fake move down along with the S&P. Though it'll be powerful and it'll get the market really bearish, and then they'll pump it to all-time highs again for one final hurrah, Bitcoin as well as S&P, before a much larger bearish move to the downside. All right? Okay. So that's some ideas to consider. All right? NASDAQ showing kind of the same thing. I think this is prime for an A, B. Let's go C now. Okay. Let's roll over. Come down hard. Over this is going to be the next 6 months worth of price action. So it's going to take us 6 months to get down here. 7, 8 months maybe. And then we'll see right before the election some bullishness come back into the market. And we go to all-time highs again. Before a multi-year bear market, whenever that last wave finishes. Looks possible, looks plausible. Okay, so the dump we're seeing in the markets at NASDAQ and S&P, we could also see it in Bitcoin as well. We dump down to there, down to the low, and then we come back up. All-time highs, or retest the all-time highs, and then down again. Excuse me. Woo. I'm getting tired, guys. I think I'm going to call it a night here shortly. All right. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed tonight and the ultimate ideas here. It could go up. It could go down. I'm not here to tell you which way it's going. I'm here to analyze the wave structure and show you possible ideas and how that story might unfold in the markets. But I think I'm going to call it a night, guys. It is now 10:20. It's good time to call it quits. Hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Let's see here. Crypto Boss Andrew. So you came in on at the end of a live stream and saw a bearish comment that I made and assumed that I've been bearish forever. And then you make kind of a snide comment like that. Is that the way you treat normal? Is that the way you normally act? Let me give you a good proverb from the scriptures. It says, "A fool answers a matter before he hears it." So anyway, I from November, if you go back and watch my videos, in November of last year, I was calling for a move back up to the 40K range. So I've been very bullish prior to that move. I got everybody ready for it. We traded it bullish. I was very bullish in my Discord. All in here, very bullish. Okay, so I'm bullish when it's time to be bullish and bearish when it's time to be bearish. Okay, I was bearish up here at the top, saw a topping formation. I also see a potential small time frame topping formation. This thing could dump. Okay, so I actually when this move started going up, I said, guys, we're probably going to get sideways and up, and it's been melting up ever since then. So I've been pretty spot on in my analysis here, but now I'm seeing a topping formation that we should really pay attention to. You shouldn't ignore it for sure, but you do what you want to do, man, and continue being a crap person. Because anyway, all right, you guys have a good night. I'm going to call it a night. I've enjoyed being with you. Hopefully those ideas, if you'll go back and watch the entire live stream, you might find some bullish ideas presented right at the beginning and also bearish, and just talking about wave structure, what I'm here to do, what I'm here not to do. I'm not here making calls here. I'm just sharing wave structure that I see and say, hey, you got to pay attention to this. So 40K might play, man. 40K might definitely. I'm looking at 39. I'm looking at a pump tonight for an ending diag. 39, 40K, something like that. We'll see. But all right, you guys have a great night and behave yourselves.